The 13th president of Federally Employed Women was Jean Christiansen. She worked for the Department of Homeland Security, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service. Jean was the national president of Federally Employed Women from 1990 to 1992.
So how did I get involved with VIEW? Well, after high school, I went to secretarial school. I thought I'd be a secretary, and I worked for Eastern Airlines because I always wanted to travel. But I got married when I was 21, and by the time I was 27, I had 4 children. So I stayed home for 11 years looking after my kids, and when the youngest went into 1st grade, I accepted a job with the U.S. Immigration and Naturalization Service as a GS-5 secretary. I never thought of having a career. I was just going to be a secretary. But then I noticed every month there were notices posted for federally employed women, and I thought I should look into this and see what it is. So I did. I joined the local chapter, and very quickly they recruited me to be the vice president for programs. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, but I can't do that. He said, well, why not? I said, well, I don't know how. You don't know, you don't have to know how. We'll show you. You just have to be willing. And did I ever start to learn with VIEW? VIEW has the most wonderful training, role models, mentors, and I became involved at the chapter level, and then I moved into the national level. I was in Dallas, but in 1990 I moved to Washington, and that year I became president of VIEW. I spent 2 years as president, and that was the catalyst for my career. I started as a GS-5 secretary. I retired as a GS-5 district director for Asia for U.S. Immigration. Besides my office in Bangkok, I had offices in Seoul, Beijing, Guangzhou, Hong Kong, Ho Chi Minh, Manila, Singapore, and Tokyo. I got to travel a lot, I got to learn a lot, and I owe it all to VIEW. Well, the thing I'm happiest about and proudest of is that at the time I was president, all of the past presidents were living, but some were not in very good health. And so I arranged to have everybody videotaped so we would have a history of the organization. I remember we had to videotape Priscilla Ransohoff at her home in New Jersey because she wasn't well. And not long after that, she passed away. So we do have the legacy. We're building on it now, and I'm very proud of that. But also, we started legislative breakfasts. We would invite congresspersons that were working on issues that we were working on. The issues we were working on at that time included the American for Disability Act and the Family Planning Act. Both of those were signed into law while I was president. During my 2 years as president, I got to speak to and meet with VIEW members in 26 states. And so I was able to show, have a lot of visibility for VIEW and increase the number of members, but also one of my goals was to establish a chapter in New England. And the Boston chapter, we did establish that, and it is now 25 years old and thriving. The biggest problem was always funding. We had a national office, we had a lot of expenses. The biggest event that we had for bringing in money was the NTPs. And so what we did was we did everything possible to make the NTPs very visible. We did videos that we passed around to all the chapters that they could show what happens at an NTP. And we did agency visits. I met one of the ladies here this week, and she said to me, remember when you went to San Diego and we did agency visits. I said, yes, I remember. She said, do you know we did 11 in one day? And I said, wow, I didn't remember that. But that was what we did. We tried to get more people, members, get them interested in the training, get them to our national training program. VIEW's greatest achievement is all of the women that have profited from the training that they had with VIEW. So very many women have had opportunities for careers with the federal government because all of the training that was available to them. VIEW is very good at doing the right things. What we have to do is bring visibility to the organization. Let more people know about it, the training that we provide, the opportunities that we provide for women. And if we keep doing the right things, we'll keep going in the right direction. I would say how amazing that it's been 50 years and all of the accomplishments that we've had. We have wonderful people that step up and work for us in VIEW, and I can see us going for another 50 years.